B Metatron, where we come to awaken, ascend, and expand. I am Pyephreius B Metatron, your hostess with the mostest, and you guys know the drill. Today is a very good day to be me. You know, every day is a very good day to be me. I believe this, I live this, I bees this, and I require this. So I would like for y'all, however you are connected via Zoom, via YouTube, via my radio station, if you're on your phone or in front of your computer, look into your camera, look into your phone while it's safe. If you're driving, of course, just look through the windshield, but repeat this. Today is a very good day to be me. You know, every day is a very good day to be me. I believe this, I live this, I bees this, and I require this. And I guarantee you, if you make that mantra part of your daily vibe, your daily self-care, your daily affirmations, I guarantee you, each and every day, your life gets better exponentially. I'm thankful and grateful for being here. Got to give you guys an update. Had a cosmic virus that came through, started Monday afternoon, but it came through Tuesday and yesterday. And I am thankful and grateful that I come through this, and I know what this is now. I've gone through this two other times in my life before, and didn't quite grasp the fullness of it both those times. But being that this is third time through, third time's a charm. Yeah, I kind of recognized it during Tuesday, and I'm excited about the download that is pending. You guys know how you have to look in your Windows update, and it says update is pending. Yeah, I have a cosmic update that is pending, and any day now it will jump off. And I expect some very great and very profound things to come out of the automatic writing that will be initiated once it does kick off. So I'm going to be wrapping up numerology tonight and Saturday, and then Tuesday the 1st, I will give the November 2022 soul vibe and the zodiac natives affirmations, and then we will be on hiatus until after Thanksgiving, and then the class that will start up after Thanksgiving will be Mastered Self Chakra Health and Alignment, or Alignment and Health, or yeah, I'm still playing with the official title, but we will be jumping into Mastered Self Chakra work. So I'm very, very, very excited about what is coming up. You know, this numerology just been my go-to, you know, since almost 50 years. Yeah, I can recite this shit anywhere. Bam, 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 bam. The chakras, yeah, that's pulling out of a spot in me that they're all comfort zones, but it's a spot that I don't tap into or haven't tapped into in quite some time. So I'm very, very, very excited. Lil Mark is extremely excited about what's coming with the chakras, because yeah, I'll let y'all know the broadcasting and being on this camera and all that. This is PB shit. The content and everything you hear, yeah, that's Little Mark shit. So he's really, really, really excited about getting started with the chakras. How's everybody? Hi, Deirdre. How are you? If you talk,
Yeah, there we go. Hi, I'm good. Thank you.
you're
I'm good.
welcome.
How are you all doing?
I'm very well. I'm very well.
Happy
I'm
to
good.
hear it.
It's good to be on this side. Every day on this side of the dirt is a good day.
That's true. And I'm excited about the chakras.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you, thank you. I am too. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Honeybee, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How's
Okay.
everybody else doing?
We all right. We all right. We all right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. And Sharon, how are you?
Super.
I like the sound of that. Well, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for showing up. Today, this is Master Self Numerology, Marriage, Intimate Partnership, and Companionship Compatibility by the numbers 6, 7, 8, and 9. It is October 27th, 2022. This is for our 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time regularly scheduled class. We're just going to jump right back in where we left off. We finished up with 3, 4, and 5 last week, so we're going to jump in with number 6. One thing I want to tell everybody when I'm talking about this compatibility, and yes, the compatibility on its surface is is between two people. Yes, that is how it is superficially written. However, if you are like me and my soul's energy number, my birth force, my number of my birth date is different than my first step, which is the number of my first name. My soul's energy number is a 3. My first step is a 7. So when I got to, in the other lesson a couple of days ago, when I got to the number 3 with the number 7, that was some insight into how I balance those two influences that are strong. I mean, I got 3 souls journey, 3 souls urge, 3 souls energy, and then I got 16-7 first step, and then I got 2 7s in my last name. So I got 3s and 7s. That's what I have. Those are the strong numbers in my chart. So I looked at the 3 and the 7 as how I smoothly blend and balance and operate between my 2 dominant numbers. So if you notice, if you know that your birth force, your soul's energy number is different than the number of your first name, then use those 2 and use that compatibility for those 2 numbers as a way to get some insight into how to balance the 2 energies in you for the most success. Any comments, any questions about that? Anybody got any comments or a question about that? All right. All right. All right. So we left off with 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to jump into number 6. Number 6, compatibility. Some of these we've heard already, so but it's all good to hear them again. The number 6 loves beauty, art, socializing, and the finest things in life. And the number 1 can open the doors and provide safe access to these areas with their vitality, drive, and leadership ability for prosperous and profitable outcomes. There can be friction if the number 1 insists on having everything their way. So a cooperative effort concerning cultural fields like gardening, landscaping, interior decorating, gourmet cooking, and the like could be very rewarding and financially beneficial for this union. And number 6 with the number 2. This can be a very successful union. The diplomacy, tact, and consideration of the number 2, combined with the love of beauty and the appreciation of the home and family of the number 6, and it can attract the confidence, support, and recognition from others that see this union as a sensitive, compassionate, artistic, and considerate pairing. The public will positively respond to this union's combined charms. Charity work, financial drives, or fundraising, and most any organizational endeavors concerning the home, children, and domestic affairs can be very materially and financially beneficial to and for this union, the number 2 and the number 6. With the number 3, this should be a very good union, as both of you are very friendly, cordial, and gracious, as well as very attracted to pleasure, socializing, and for fellowship. There is much understanding, balance, and harmony between the two of you because you have very similar personality elements, which should develop into a lasting bond and connection where both of you feel safe in making long-term goals, desires, and investments together and as a team. All businesses concerning the promotion and progress of friendship, beauty, creativity, and love definitely appeal to both of you. I'm hurrying through these until I get to the one that is fresh for the number 6. It'll be 6 with a 6. With a number, because we've heard all of these other ones before. With a number 4, this is a very serious and practical union that also enjoys pleasure enough to keep a healthy balance between the obligations of work and the desires for play and downtime. Happiness and bliss are the vibration of this union. The number 4 is the worker bee and willing to endeavor long and hard for material gain, while the number 6 appreciates the home and the artistic sides of life. By combining your talents, you may naturally get involved with professions concerning the beautification of the home and intimate surroundings. And then the 6 with a 5. The number 5 intellectually stimulates and brings out the domestic and artistic qualities of the number 6. The number 6 lends form, beauty, and order to the variety of ideas and the impulsive nature of the number 5. The home would definitely be well cared for, tastefully decorated, and a place of much activity. This is a stimulating yet comfortable union that will put others at instant ease. All right. New for the number 6 compatibility is a number 6 with a number 6. So 2 number 6s. Art and comfort are vital and prevalent in the union between 2 6 individuals. Too much sweetness, gushy type interactions, and fluffiness can become weighty and tiresome if there is no real constructive stimulation to go with it. The real danger here is that due to your similar natures, either one of you could just go along peacefully while avoiding the real work, relationship-wise, or work in general. Combining your talent, your natural talents, skills, and abilities smartly. By combining your natural talents, skills, and abilities smartly, you can create an environment and vibration of tremendous beauty in the home or in your community. There is extreme tenderness and absolute love of the home and for each other in this union. Any comments? Anybody see why 2 6s could just like la 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 and just be peacefully and just go right along, and 2 6s wouldn't have to do a lot in a relationship because 6s are naturally built for that. But yeah, they could just go right along and never never address anything. They may never even have an issue. And that could get real comfortable where they could get really, really comfortable with each other, enjoy each other, and yeah, both of them retire or both of them work from home. Yeah. Two sixes together, that would be extremely gooey in all the right ways. Any comments? Absolutely, honeybee. It is the number of wisdom, the number of service, the number of duty, of honor, commitment. Yes. Yeah. It's also the number of karma. Yeah. Karma is the 6. Yep. Family oriented. Absolutely. All right. A number 6 with a number 7. This could be a very difficult union. The number 6 is engrossed in the domestic and artistic worlds of living and being, while the number 7 is enthralled in the secluded worlds of mind and thought. Failure to communicate effectively or at all with each other is the inherent calamity of this union. Full cooperation and participation and the willingness to communicate in honest, open, and transparent ways and means must be agreed upon from the beginning and is vital for the success of this union. Now, this union can be very, very successful with its hiccups, with its push-pull. It's going to have its share of push-pull, because the 6 is strong in their opinions and strong in their ways and means, and the 7 is as well. It's the loving nature of the 6 that softens the critical nature of the 7 in this union here. Full cooperation and participation and the willingness to communicate in honest, open, and transparent ways and means must be agreed upon from the beginning, or it won't even work. It won't even work, and is vital for the success of this union. Any comments? Nope. All right. With an 8, 6 with an 8. Woo woo. This union has tremendously strong possibilities. The number 6 brings the loving support and spark of imagination that will thoroughly and completely benefit the number 8 in whatever profession, business, vocation, or entrepreneurial endeavor that is the goal, desire, or active pursuit. The number 8 will definitely take the lead in this union because of their stronger financial and commercial proclivities, while the number 6 will present creative methods for the handling and presenting of those ideas, along with lend the domestic support that truly makes coming home pleasurable. Yeah, the 8 will go out and this is that classic old school, some would call the fantastical or the fantasy relationship, where the 8 will go out and do all the work, and the 6 to stay home and have the house sparkling. And when the 8 come home, dinner's ready, and and the house is just immaculate, and all of that. These two, the 6 and the 8, is just a very, very tremendously strong pairing, and those two working together. Oh yeah, you write your own ticket. You write your own ticket. And then a number 6 with the number 9. This pairing has the opportunity of becoming a lasting, fulfilling, and loving union. You will thoroughly enjoy the mutual feelings about the myriad subjects you are attracted to, and both buy into the thought and spirit of marriage or intimate partnership or companionship being a healthy balance of give and take. The number 6 supplies the beauty, and the number 9 supplies the wisdom. And together you learn much from each other in the areas of domesticity from the number 6, and in the areas of humanity from the number 9. Each teaches the other the importance in the areas of the greater, number 9, and the smaller, number 6. Any comments, any questions, any concerns about compatibility? Number 6, compatibility by the numbers. Nope. All right. Number 7. Number 7 with a number. I'm going to go through these first ones real fast because we've heard all of these before. So number 7 with a 1, a spiritual, metaphysical, or new age union could work extremely well with this union. The number 1 must not be too demanding or hasty, as the number 7 needs time for privacy, solitude, analysis, and thought. The number 1 is an introvert, while the number 7 is an extrovert, while the number 7 is an introvert, and each should be fully aware and in complete alignment about the other's need for independence. The number 7 should communicate their ideas and follow the leadership of the number 1 while acting as the brakes for the number 1's impulsiveness. This can be a tremendously powerful union. With the number 2, this is a very balanced and harmonious union, and there is little to no friction between these two individuals. The only issue that may come up is that there could be too much serenity between the two. There's an agreement in the occult, mystical, metaphysical, and esoteric studies, as well as tremendous growth potential and opportunities on and along the spiritual planes of expression and existence in and about this union. The number 2 understands and knows how to naturally cooperate, and the number 7 needs time alone and in private to meditate and perfect the idea and ideals that eventually can be shared by, through, and because of this union. With a number 3, very complex union. Number 3 provides the creativity, energy, and inspiration. Number 7 supplies understanding, discretion, and deep insight. Can be a winning union, with the number 7 benefiting from the lively character of the 3, and the 3 learns to analyze and examine their scattering ways, begin to deal more productively and realistically with their talents, skills, and natural abilities. The 3 needs, wants, and desires to socialize, while the 7 needs frequent down and alone time. As long as both are mindful and attentive to each other's needs, it could be an ideal union. With the 4, with the number 4's ability for strong practical planning and thoroughness, mixing with the number 7's deep insight and imaginative talents, this powerful union can attract, attain, and maintain great wealth through great achievements. This is a great balance, as number 4 lives in the material world, number 7 lives in the mental or spiritual world. And by combining these qualities, this is a perfectly balanced union. Number 5, too much talking and too much excitement. Remember this one from the number 5 can turn off the number 7. The number 7 needs frequent periods of solitude, quiet introspection, and meditation. It can be a soothing and calming influence on the number 5. The number 5 can add the flair, flavor, and fire to life that the number 7 may lack. Through mutual respect and a full understanding of the other's innate qualities, this union can be extremely successful in the world of ideas. Yeah, I just read number 6 with a 6. All right. This is new. A 7 with a 7. Harmony, unity, and tranquility are the essential keys to success for this union. Both of you are very grounded emotionally, guarded, reserved, some would say cold or emotionless. Emotionally, and any argument, disagreement, or disruption will not last for a very long period of time. You both live in your heads. in the world of thought and mind, yet realize the temporariness of the material world, making sure that each stays current, up to date, and in the present can head off the dangers that can erupt between two mind-centered individuals. A point of note for the 2 7s. One of y'all will have to pay the bills and keep the home invaders at the door in this union. A 7 with an 8. This has the potential of being an extraordinary union. The powerful number 8 can overpower the quiet number 7 with its strength, force, and energy. However, the insight, analysis, and attention to detail of the number 7 can enhance the executive and organizational abilities and endeavors of the number 8 greatly. The number 8 supplies the power, and the number 7 predicts the outcome and adds the calm intellect that enhances the daring qualities of the number 8. Together, this can be a most effective and efficient union. With a number 9, a 7 with a 9, there is great depth, sympathy, and compassion in this union. Self-awareness, self-knowledge, and spiritual ascension are the areas of commonality, and the cosmic nature of ideas affords harmony, peace, and understanding to the both of you. This is an almost perfect union, as you have a convergence of mind, heart, and soul in this union. A mystical union can develop, and your combined energies and efforts can provide something that humanity needs, wants, and desires in beneficial ways and means. Your combined wisdom will greatly affect everyone that you come into meaningful contact with. Any comments? Number 7, compatibility by the numbers. All right, number 8. Number 8 with a 1, you are both aggressive and used to making your own decisions. So this union must have the willing cooperation of the 2 individuals, or this will dissolve into competition, rivalry, and antagonism between the 2 individuals. By staying cool, calm, and collected as a union, and by using your combined powers wisely and discreetly, this union is equipped with great power and courage, especially in the face of any difficulties. By joining forces and pooling your talents, resources, and abilities, you can become the constant and consistent winners together. Otherwise, you may destroy each other. This is a very strong business or vocational union. Number 8 with a number 2. And again, we get these numbers by your birth date. So your month, day, and year added up all the way across and reduced down to a single digit, and your first name added up all the way across and reduced down to a single digit. So a number 8 with a number 2. The combined energies of the number 2 and the number 8 can take you very far towards manifesting material and financial success, as this is the most excellent and effectual money and financial union. As a union, you could build prestige and enjoy a very fine and honorable reputation, especially concerning honesty, integrity, and fair dealings. You are both very efficient, and as long as the number 8 can be mindful and not overshadow or overwhelm the number 2 through or by their dynamic vibration and frequency, a great friendship and successful union can manifest. The number 8 can rely upon the number 2's diplomacy, tact, and consideration in every and all business and vocational situations, associations, and endeavors. Number 8 with a number 3, when handled constructively and with kindness, this union can be and often is unstoppable. The number 3 has the talent for ideas, communication, and effective advertising. And the number 8 contributes to power, drive, and determination concerning big business and philanthropic endeavors. Each supplement and sustain the other's needs organically. As far as compatibility goes, this is an unbeatable union, and your biggest goals, desires, and active pursuits are attainable by and through the number 8's practical businesses and the number 3's social and natural networking talents. Number 8 with a 4, as the number 8 thinks, feels, and believes in terms of great power and large business endeavors, the number 4 can be the perfect balance with their ability to see the smallest of details and can add the practical stability that must shore up any large business endeavor of the number 8. Both of these individuals are prone to physical and material attainment, with the number 4 moving in a more cautious and conservative manner, and the number 8 moving in a more progressive and expansive manner. As a team, you balance one another quite nicely. With a number 5, 8 and number 5, this is the smooth fire union, as long as you combine your vibrations wisely. You are both highly charged individuals, with the number 5 always in the realm of ideas and communication, and the number 8 in the realms of business, finance, or sports. This union will have a great desire for adventure, with the number 8 supplying the necessary strength to shore up any endeavors. Both need to be mindful of their own intuition and inner promptings, and to restrain their dynamism at the appropriate time. We read number 6. We read number 7. All right. With a number 8, 2 8s together. This is the absolute perfect revolutionary union. As power meets power head on. Expect sparks to fly frequently, or you could have the exact opposite effect by dousing each other out. It just depends on the level of maturity of each individual. The key here is to use your combined energies wisely. With great care and commitment, your combined strength and executive energies can present a united front that could not be beaten by any ordinary or common opposition. Yeah, it would take some cosmic shit to knock off 2 8s that is aligned and working together and not dousing each other out. This union could accomplish just about anything in and of this world. Any comments? Anybody want to comment on 2 8s and the potentiality? Can you see how the potentiality of the 2 8s cosmically aligned, not on neither one of them on that bullshit, and both of them somewhat mature? Can you see how both of them together couldn't possibly be stopped by any ordinary or common shit around here?
I can see it because I'm an 8, and yeah, it would be a powerhouse, because I'm just thinking about how I am, and another me like no, that would be too much. It would be too much.
Woo! Yeah, sparks will fly. Definitely, sparks will fly. Definitely infinite abundance. Definitely, and 2 8, they just both of y'all attracting money and attracting opportunity and attracting goodwill, and oh yeah. You talk about cups running over. Oh yeah, 2 8s, cups run over for real. Thank you for that. And an 8 with a number 9. This is a perfect pairing for scientific or philanthropic research and activity. The creative abilities of the number 9, blending with the practicality and power of the number 8, can produce an exceptional power couple in the social and professional circles concerning economics, finance, and research. The number 8 supplies the stability and values of the material world, and the number 9 exemplifies the universal philosopher and the spiritual world. Any comments, any questions about compatibility for the number 8 by the numbers? Nope. All right. Number 9, Deirdre. These are for you.
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
All right.
I'm
All
listening.
right.
Thank
All
you.
right. All right. Number 9 with the number 1. Combining the number 9's depth of vision and breadth of understanding with the number 1's originality and vitality can produce a union of inventive or innovative genius. The number 1 is the progressive force in this union, supplying the divergent ideas which are well received by the seasoned and wise number 9. The courage and wisdom of this union make this a union that can endure and go far for attainment and success. That's the number 9 with a number 1. The number 9 with a number 2. The diplomatic consideration and balancing qualities of the number 2, combined with the insight and vision of the number 9, can produce a winning and satisfied union. Each contributes harmoniously to the other, and when both are united for a particular cause, the productivity and progress are increased by and through having a common goal. The number 2 can see both sides to every situation, association, and endeavor that leads to a solid foundation for and to the number 9's imagination and humanitarian interest and instincts. Excuse me. This union can accomplish much in the advancement and awareness of the needs of the world and its inhabitants. That's a number 9 and a number 2. A number 9 and a number 3. There is much idealism in this union, and the material world obligations and responsibilities can be neglected for the social pleasures of the number 3 and for the philanthropic leanings of the number 9. There is much cooperation and a mutual understanding between these two individuals, which can suggest that this union may be too aligned or compatible. As a team, both must harness their idealism into a strict and dedicated focus as you realize that being practical is vital and essential. This union needs to be very mindful of the material world, being just as important as the spiritual world. A number 9 with a number 4. The number 4 has the opportunity to learn valuable lessons concerning life and living and being due to the number 9's wisdom and insight, which can propel the number 4 out of the material world and show the value of work in a higher sense. The number 9 learns the lessons of practicality and work on the material plane from the number 4, and there is an equal exchange of ideas and philosophy, as well as a blending of brilliance infused with reason and judgment with and through and by this union. That's a number 9, number 4. Yes, Deirdre.
Okay, so I'm a 9 and a 4. So I
So
do
thi-
that with myself.
you do this with yourself. This is insight into balancing out both numbers so that you can have the ultimate success. Yes.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. A number 9 with a number 5. This can be a winning union in that the number 5 supplies the versatility and promotional abilities to present the number 9's insights into the realms of science and research to the world and humanity at large. The number 5 has the energy, contacts, and advertising know-how to put the expertise and wisdom of the number 9 on full display and ready for human consumption. And the number 9 has the balancing qualities to turn the number 5's adventures into reliable and sustaining tangible results. A 9 with a 6. This pairing has the opportunity of becoming a lasting, fulfilling, and loving union. You thoroughly enjoy the mutual feelings about the myriad subjects you are attracted to, and both buy into the thought and spirit of marriage, intimate partnership, or companionship being a healthy balance of give and take. The number 6 supplies the beauty, and the number 9 supplies the wisdom, and together you learn much from each other in the areas of domesticity from the number 6 and in the areas of humanity from the number 9. Each teaches the other the importance in the areas of the greater, number 9, and the 6, smaller. Number 9 with a 7, I'll read it again. There's great depth, sympathy, and compassion in this union. Self-awareness, self-knowledge, and spiritual ascension are the areas of commonality, and the cosmic nature of ideas affords harmony, peace, and understanding to the both of you. This is an almost perfect union as you have a convergence of mind, heart, and soul in this union. A mystical union can develop, and your combined energies and efforts can provide something that humanity needs, wants, and desires in beneficial ways and means. Your combined wisdom will greatly affect everyone that you come into meaningful contact with. The number 7 with a number 9. A number 9 with a number 8. This is a perfect pairing for scientific or philanthropic research and activity. The creative abilities of the number 9 blending with the practicality and power of the number 8 can produce an exceptional power couple in the social and professional circles concerning economics, finance, and research. The number 8 supplies the stability and values of the material world, and the number 9 exemplifies the universal philosopher and the spiritual world. And then lastly, 2 9s together, a number 9 with another 9. This is a truly cosmically aligned or destined union. You are both very intuitive, clear-minded, and imaginatively creative. You both understand the value of enhancing your own lives through the teaching and caring for others, and some tremendously great benefit for society and mankind should manifest by, through, and because of this union. A very deep and significant bond will develop between you, and you both will gain much enlightenment from each other. And that is compatibility through the numbers, through the number 9. Let's open it up. Let's talk about it. I know we got some folks on here that these numbers especially the ones I covered today, are the ones that are personal. Also, in considering compatibility, consider your day of birth. That's a strong influence in your life. So consider the day of birth as well. We go to full birthday. In order of strength, full birthday, first name, day of birth, they're all equally strong. All of them equally strong. You can't go wrong. Definitely your day of birth. But let's open this up. Let's talk about not so much the compatibility with others. Now that you know how to figure it out, you can go and figure out past relationships, and you can see their birth date and how they relate to you in the first name. You can see how they relate to you. But let's talk about the differences and how we relate, how we have strong numbers. Like I have the 3 and the 7s, and I got a strong 4 and a strong 1 and a strong 9. So 3 and 7, 1, 4, and 9. Those would be the numbers of compatibility that I would look at, looking to optimize myself as far as a self-knowledge, a self-awareness, self-empowerment, or self-mastery type of thing. So look at your numbers, look at your birth date added up all the way across, and then take out your date of birth and look at that. And then your first name, look at that. And start to make the connection and look at this compatibility for the 2 numbers, for the 6 and 8 per se, for the 4 and the 7, or the 4 and the 9, or the 7 and the 9 per se, because the compatibility of those 2 numbers is how it works for us as well, for the many facets of our own selves and our own personalities. Yes, Sharon, you had your hand up.
Yes, I'm a 6 and an 8. So when you were describing the 6 and 8 together, I was like, wow, that's when I'm at my highest, best self. That's how I'm operating. I'm not quite sure, like I embody the 8, but a lot of the times that 6 falls off and something else is in its place, where the 8 is just driving, and that other part is just not picking up the slack for the nurturing.
Okay.
So I found that very interesting. I got to study that more to find out what is my, I guess if that's my highest, best self, I guess this is my lowest, worst self. I want to see what that is.
Absolutely. And it is important, especially when you, Sharon, you have 2 even numbers. So just by the nature of the word even, it is a much easier blend 6 and 8 together than, let's say, 3 and 7, which is what I blend and have been blending the majority of my life, or the 3 and the 1, or the 1 and the 7, or the 4 and the 3. The 4 and the 3, they don't get along worth a darn. They can't stand each other. The 3 look at the 4 and like, go ahead, go to work, dog. Go. I'll be here. I'll be here when you get back. And the 4 be looking at the 3 like, man, I wish you could find somewhere else to go, because I don't want to see you sitting here in the same place that you were sitting when I left in this morning. Yes, Honeybee, you have your hand up.
I just think it's really funny that you brought that back up, because the last call that we did, we went over the 3 and the 4s. My first name is a 4 and my life path is a 3. And after I got off that call, my best friend and I went down and had something to eat. We went to a restaurant, and as we were waiting on our table, this guy stops me and he's talking to me and he's like, my name is such and such and this is my birthday and blah, blah, blah. And when I was doing the numbers, I was like, oh, great. His name is a 3 and his life path was a 4. And like literally in that first conversation, I ended up like just walking away.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, it's just so accurate.
And by opening this up to more than just it being for a potential partner or something like that, you can really go deep into yourself and see the complexities of your own self and see why certain situations the 6 will take over, Sharon, but in certain situations that 8 will take over, like in certain, well, for me, the 7 is always on duty. The 7 is never not on duty. The one, since I left corporate America, the one qualities that I have, this is enough leadership and innovation that I need. And the 4 is always steadily at work, always at work. Even when I ain't doing shit, I'm working, because it's a 22-4, so it's a master number. So being able to go in and know that 7 is the dominant number, but there's some 1 and there's some 4 in me, and then 3 is all of the numbers outside of me, my soul's journey, and then my soul's urge and my soul's energy, all those that are geared for something outside me, those are all 3. The major numbers, they are 3. So having to navigate between the seriousness of the 7 and the need for downtime and the need for meditation and spirituality with the socializing of the 3. The 3 don't give a shit about none of that meditation and none of that downtime. And the 3 says we can sleep when we die, man. That's there. Yeah, we can rest then. Yes, Sharon, you got your hand up.
As you were talking, I just figured out what was kicking in my 3.
Yes.
And my first name is 3. That sounds like the energy that I'm experiencing, where 3 like, what, listen, whatever.
3 is like, whatever, dog. 3 is like, whatever, dog. You can look, the 3 will tell the rest of you, the 3 will say, yeah, y'all can make the number 7, like the 3 in me will tell the 7, will tell the 1, will tell the 4, and tell the 9, because I'm born on the 9. You can make all the commitments you want to make, and you can do everything you think you want to do. When I want to show out, I'm going to show out. Yes, Deirdre, you got your hand up.
Just period.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I have a question.
Okay.
When you say the 3 in me, are you talking about when it adds up, or are you talking about each letter in your name that comes to a 3?
Yes, both.
Okay. So I'm looking at the 9, and I feel like I'm like really functioning in a 9. When you describe a 9, I didn't hear, I was listening for when you did the number 9, and I couldn't, just a little slow sometimes.
It's okay.
I couldn't, I think the one that that might contradict my 9, is it a 5?
Oh yeah, 9 and 5. Yeah, that's the killer combination right there. Yeah. Because the 5 is expansive and adventurous and wandering and restless, and not that the 5 doesn't care about others and doesn't care about humanity, but the 5 is like, shit, I come to experience shit. So you and your humanitarian shit, you go ahead. Yeah,
That's hilarious because
you go ahead.
I'm
Yeah.
such a humanitarian, like to the bone, but there's another side. When I try to help, and I will, but if I see that you are not on the same page, I snip it with some gold scissors so quickly. And because I guess, I can't help you if you're not trying to help yourself.
And see, you have to look at it like this. The key word for the number 9, endings, completions, graduation. The key word for the 5, change. Yeah, now you know why I call the 9 and the 5 together a killer combination, because change and an end. Yeah, your life can change and end messing with a 5 and a 9 combination. And it is a very delicate combination with the 5 and 9, because there are 3 numbers in between it. So there's a big space. Space between numbers goes into this as well. And we'll get into all of that when we get into the advanced portion of the numerology after we go through chakras, and then we're going to pick up 88 steps again. So the next time we pick up numerology, I'm going to teach you guys some advanced concept. But look at the distance between a 5 and a 9. You got 6, 7, and 8 cluttering up the way. It's a long way between 5 and a 9. So it's a little bit more difficult to balance the energies of the 5 and the 9 than say it would be between a 7 and a 9, because all you have is the 8 in between.
Mm.
That's why the 7 and the 9 is a much more smoother connection than the 5 and the 9. Both combinations are odd together. So both of them kind of think offbeat and thinking they're in the other side of the brain anyway. But the 7 and 9 are really, really close together. Really close.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
Go ahead.
So my thoughts are how do I say this? Like, I'm open to listen. I love to listen to people that are saying things that are new and how do I say it? Excite my, I would just have to say, intelligent level.
Mm-hmm.
But when people are just running their mouth, I check out. I check out. I don't do it on purpose. I was just having that conversation. I'm not doing it on purpose to be rude. I just float off. I float off a lot, but that's that Aquarian nature in me. The other thing that who's that other thing? Because it's important to me. So it's like, I get this now because I'm a lot self-taught. Mm-hmm. Mostly everything that I get, I was thinking about it today, is self-taught. It's from wisdom, but wisdom comes from experiences.
Absolutely.
And it happens in my quiet time. I did not say what my thought, because I'm working on my memory, but I don't. That's it. That's it for now. Thank you for letting me share. Thank you.
Okay. And Sharon, open your mic and chime in with what you typed in the chat, please.
No, I'm just thinking about what's going on with me now. And it's like, I'm working all day, and when it's so weird saying it, but it's like a perfect little marriage. So I get off work and I have dinner ready, and it's just awesome. It's awesome. And I think what the 3 does is gives me a lot of freedom.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of freedom.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up, because the number 7, very reserved, very conservative, plays by the rules, goes by the book. The number 1 is a leader, a hard charger, somebody that is a go-getter. The number 4 in me is a worker bee and all of that. The 3 in me, those 3s are the liberty that I always talk about, that I will never give away for any amount of money or anything. The 3 is that element that will get some free time. Anybody that got just hit the laughing emoji if you got a strong 3 in your chart. Just hit the laughing emoji. So the folks that hit the laughing emoji, and myself included, am I lying when I say it don't matter what your obligations are, it don't matter what your responsibilities are, it don't matter what the fuck is going on, the 3 in you will get some free time? Am I right or wrong about it?
Accurate fact.
The 3 is not playing about that. The 3 be the one when it's like 5 minutes before it's time for you to clock out. The 3 be the one like, come on, clock, shit. What's wrong? 3 done had the desk cleaned up, coffee done been thrown out. You know, you waiting so you can sign off and get the emails out and go. Yeah, the 3 is ready to go. Yes, honeybee, you were saying?
I was just agreeing with you. I said that's so accurate.
Yeah, man. The 3 is always looking for and or suggesting, hey man, just have a seat. Like the 3 in me will pop up. Like I'll be in the middle of writing something and the 3 in me will say, hey, you know, the new episode of Snap is coming on. Honeybee first and then Sharon. Yes, honeybee.
I just wanted to chime into that because, like, when I was serving, I know that people will like come in like their last 15 minutes before we close, and my manager would be like, "I know you don't take the table." I'm like, "No, I'm gonna take it." And I go over and I introduce myself, and I'm like, "Just to let y'all know, the kitchen closes in 10 minutes, so I'll come back in like 3 minutes to put your order in,
Right.
and the bar closes too, so
right.
I'm not taking no more orders after that. After that final order, we're done."
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "You can't do that." And I'd be like, "Well, I did."
Thank you for that. Yes, Sharon.
This is going way back, so I don't know if everyone remembers this, but when you first, well, not first, I came in later, but you had the cookout story for the numbers.
Yeah.
Like, are you willing to publish that so
I
we
will.
can refer to it, because it's so cute.
Yeah.
It helps us to easily remember like the essence of each one of the numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, I will go
I
back
love to
into
see that.
archives and find that and publish it for human consumption. Yes, I will.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Anybody else? So begin to think about yourself and look at your numbers and look at the ones that are strong. Like I said, soul's journey, soul's urge, soul's energy, first name, date of birth, full name. Yeah. Just start with those. Start with your soul's journey, your soul's urge, your soul's energy, your first name, and then your full name and your date of birth, and look at the compatibility between those numbers. And then that's how you get insight into how to optimally live and balance those numbers. And then by paying attention to the compatibility, you also have an internal warning system that lets you know when you're leaning too far on one of the numbers or not, or getting away from one of the numbers or not. Anybody have a question about that or a comment? Yes, Deirdre, go right ahead.
Thank you. It's a little off, but I know my time of birth. So does my time of birth help with this as well, or is it something totally different?
Well, your time of birth is important too. My time of birth is a 3. I was born at 4:08 a.m. 4 plus 8 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3.
I was born at 9:30 p.m.
12:3. 9 plus 3, 12. 1 plus 2 is a 3. Yeah. All of the numbers attached to your birth are important. All of them. Even the number that's on your government issued birth certificate. That number is important as well.
Okay, thank you.
But all of the numbers concerning your birth date are vitally important. Vitally important. Yeah. It is so important to know your time of birth, your exact time of birth. Yeah, it's vital. Without it, you'll get some information that is good for you, but with your exact time of birth, yeah, you can get pinpointed, man. You can get pinpointed. You can get the esoteric assistance that you need in order to awaken and ascend and expand, and it will equip you along your journey of self-awareness, self-discovery, and self-knowledge. Yes, Deirdre.
I just remembered something else. So you were talking about the 9 in reference to death and rebirth, weren't you?
Absolutely.
Isn't that the death card in the tarot card too? Death and rebirth?
I'm not tarot isn't my area of expertise.
Oh, it's the Hermit?
Who deals with the tarot?
It's Hermit.
The 9 deals with the number 9, right? The Hermit card.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Thank you, Honeybee.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Anybody else?
I am such a hermit.
Absolutely. Honeybee says the death card is number 13.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but the 9 is the key words for the 9s are endings, completions, graduations. The 9 is the epitome of the death, burial, and resurrection. The 9, think of the phoenix when you think of the 9. The phoenix rise, boom, crashes and burns, and then rises again. The regeneration. That's the essence of the number 9. All things come to an end, and then they begin again. Yeah. Really now. Well, share that with the folks, please.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've experienced so much shit in my life, and but I've known people. When I was going to church, the pastor used to say, she would call me up. She said, "This one gets knocked down, but she always gets back up." And I do. I never stop. I will keep pushing. I don't care how bad it is. I just always see. I don't even see the light, but I know there's a light at the end. I'm extremely optimistic, and I'm glad that I am. But that has everything to do with the situations that I've experienced in life. Always close to death. Bam, there it is.
Well, I have a very unique perspective on death. Death is part of life. It's
I
the
agree.
it's the last part, but it is a part of life. And there was a line in a movie from 2008 or 2009. Jack Nicholson was playing a gangster, Whitey Bulger, in the movie The Departed. And this guy came into the bar and Jack asked him how everything was going. And he says, well, you know, my mother is dying, you know, and he was shaking Jack's hand. He said, my mother is dying. And Jack said, well, you know what? We're all dying. He said, act accordingly. The number 9, yeah, you don't give up because you know you're the end of the road. All BS, all horseshit stop with you. Yeah, there's no going backwards. They got to stop it and then begin again. Yeah, because you're the end. You are the end. And anybody with strong 9, yeah, you're not gonna give up because yeah, you know you got all of the rest in you.
And the other thing about that is I used to think it was something wrong because every time somebody died, somebody close in the family, even my dad, my cousin, everybody would be crying and I couldn't find tears. And I used to think it was something wrong. I just had the conversation and someone said, man, that's cold. I said, well, death is a part of life. We live and we die. I don't get it. And so I've been told, I know it's not true, but I've been told that I don't have emotions. That is so far from the truth.
We all have emotions. It's just that those of us old souls and those of us that are advanced souls in these incarnations, death is not a big deal. And listen, our souls know when we incarnate into the physical form and when our spirit decides to take on a human experience, we know that the only way out of this bitch is to die. We know it inherently. Your soul knows that. It's the younger souls here incarnated that haven't been through the over and over and over and over of incarnation. Those I believe, and this is just my spiritual opinion, I believe those are the folks that are affected more by death. The old souls that done been here over and over and then recycled many times. Yeah. And there's no fear. There's no fear. At least I've never felt during this incarnation, never felt any fear about death. Never. It was, and periodically I'll ponder my own mortality, but it's not something I'm just like, oh. No, it's not. Death is a natural transit in this plane of experience and existence. Yeah, and it's the only way out. The only way out. So it's really nothing, and it's nothing to fear about. And I believe, and I've always believed, that we here have the wrong idea when we do have the funeral. Nowadays, funerals are for the folks that's in the church, is not for the person that's in the box. The person in the box ain't even in there. The celebration should be that they're gone. Shouldn't be any tears. We should all be just clapping and happy and sad that we're stuck here. Y'all feel me what I'm saying? Instead of the other, it's always the other way around. You sad about the soul that's gone. And then we get to pondering, well, they would want you to still live. Deirdre, you want to open up your mic and chime in with what you just typed?
Yeah, my fear that I struggle with the most is of bugs and bees and the legs on bugs, stuff like that. I hurt myself with that shit. I bump into walls and cabinets trying to, it's just horrible. I wish it weren't like that. Somebody told me you could get over that. And I said, how? They said, go to a place where there's a bunch of bees. The only way I could see myself doing that is with a total white suit on, gloves, and a big lecture before I went in.
Well, I don't think I shared this with y'all on this call, but way back in the day, grandmother and grandfather had a nice little piece of property in Tulare, California on P Street. And on the side of the house, we had some nectarine trees and peach trees. And my grandmother had these bushes and all kind of junk over on the side of this house. Natural stuff, but it was just all grown up. And once a year, I would have to go over there with some pruning shears and a garden hoe and a shovel and a rake and chop that stuff down and make it beautiful again and sweep it all up, break it all up and take it to the alley. This one particular year, I think I was maybe like 11 or 12 or 12 or 13. It was one of them years. And we knew that there was a wasp nest over on the side where I had to go over there and clean this stuff up. So my grandmother convinced me that the wasp nest was in the bush. So I stayed close to the fence. Well, the wasp nest was under the eave of the fence, and I guess this garden hoe that I had, and I was swinging around, it hit that wasp nest, and the first one came right there on my eyebrow and stung me. And I did like this, and I looked at it because I grew up around a bunch of bugs and wasps and all of that, so it wasn't no big deal. So I looked at it like that. The next thing I know, there was at least 20 wasps all over me. And I had shorts on and a tank top because it was summertime. It was hot. Where I grew up was hot. So I had shorts and a tank top. My grandmother counted at least 22 welts from the stingers from the wasps. I don't remember after I remember hitting the first one off of me, and the next thing I know, I'm in my grandmother's house in my bed. My neighbor said I high jumped with 2 feet a 5-foot fence without putting my hands on it and ran around their house and fell out in their yard. And they had to go over there and get my grandmother and my grandmother and Calvin took me across back to my grandmother's house, laid me in my bed, and I woke up smelling witch hazel. And didn't go to no doctor, didn't go to no damn emergency room or nothing. I was in my grandmother's hands, so I knew I was gonna be all right. But from then on, I never even been concerned about a bug or a wasp or a bee or a moth or a gnat. I look at them and be like, y'all, you got to go, partner, because I'm not afraid of you and I'm gonna hit you with something. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't want to get stung again. I got stung enough that time I'm good on being stung, but I'm not afraid of the bugs or a mouse or a rat or a snake or something like, I'm not afraid of that junk snake. If a snake come crawling in here now, I'll be like, okay, I'll just walk right up to it and put my foot right on his head and press down. The snake can't take too much. And then I just get a bag and take it outside and put it in the trash or whatever. So, but I get it about the bugs and the wasps and all of that, because my grandma, she could not stand or she would take a chance of burning the roof off to get a wasp nest off, because it'd be at the eve of the house way up there, and she would have me or my grandfather tie a rag on the end of a bamboo fishing pole and dip it in gasoline and set it on fire and burn that thing. She'd take a chance to burn the house down. She didn't want the wasp coming in the house or coming around doing nothing. Nothing. Anybody else got any insects or bug stories they want to share before we shut it down? Yes, they are the devil, honeybee. Yes, they are. Doggone wasps.
I actually got stung by a bee and a wasp. I got stung by a bee for the first time in church when I was in college. And my friend had invited me to come home with her for the weekend. So I went home with her, and we're in the church, like in the middle of the woods. It's Louisiana, so it's like super country. And they had the doors to the sanctuary open, and the bee just flew right in the sanctuary, landed on my neck, and stung me. And I yelled in the middle of the service. I was like, shit. And everybody turned around and looked at me, and I was like, oh, I forgot I was in church. Oops. I was like, I got stung by a bee.
Oh, I bet you the secret conversations in the usher room were amazing after that day.
Well, I never went back, so it's okay. But
okay, yeah, I guess so.
But
Yes, did
after
go right ahead. Oh, go ahead, honeybee.
After that, I got stung by a wasp getting out of the car with my mom, and that's when I found out I'm allergic to wasps because I swelled up like a big old balloon.
Ooh.
And I was like that. I was just hot and itchy and burning for like 3 days. And then my mom finally decided to take me to the hospital. And the doctor was like, I'm happy she came when she did.
Yeah.
So I had to get like this big old long shot. It was horrible. But it's like wasps and roaches and grasshoppers and red ants. We can do without those. But I'm okay with everything.
Yeah. My grandmother ain't take me to no doctor, nothing. We wasn't worried about it. And the next day I'm up out in the yard chopping this. I still had to go over there and chop them weeds. My grandmother didn't care. The weeds had to go get chopped. So I had to go chop them the next day. I just burnt that nest off of that fence and made sure there wasn't no wasps over here. And then I was able to do that. Yes, Deirdre, go ahead.
I am over here cracking up. This is so funny. But I think what happened, I remember being a child on a bus, and I had my hand out the window because I love to feel the wind go through my fingers, and a bee stung my finger. But I think that what made it like terror to me is I had a dream, and in the dream, I was trapped in a barn, a really small closed barn type of area. And when I the lights came on, I realized that I was, I don't know what the word is right now, but there were bees. I was sitting in a beehive, in a barn beehive. And I think that's what happened with my fear. I think that's what happened. So maybe there's some old shit that I get rid of.
All right, yeah, you work through it. You will, and if not, look, bees beware. Don't go in your house.
No, they're dead.
Absolutely.
I curse them. I curse every bug that or whatever I'm dealing with, it gets cursed out real good, like a sailor.
look. Do yourself a favor. Go online, and this for everybody. Do yourselves favors, especially if you don't like bugs and it's getting wintertime where we all are. So this is the time when they're going to be coming inside. Go online and order you some Chinese white chalk. Just get a big stick of it, I guess, a big stick of Chinese white chalk. And on the inside of your domicile, go around every baseboard and door jamb with this white chalk. And you won't have a bug the first cross that line. If you can get all the way around the outside of your place where you live, I would suggest you do it there as well. But definitely you can get all the way around on the inside and go over every door crack. and you won't have a problem with any bugs. Nope, you won't. Put a few, crumble up a little bit of it and into like a powder and put it, you know, 7 or 8 a little grains of it each in each drain as well. And yeah, you'll be fine. You guys will be fine. All right. Anybody else? Nope. All right. This has been On the 7's with Pyephreius B Metatron, where we awaken, ascend, and expand. We do go through the 88 steps into our mastered self. And I guarantee you, if you make On the 7's with Pyephreius B Metatron a permanent part of your soul's journey, somewhere along the way, your mastered self awaits you. Please come back and allow us to unlock the cosmic code of your name so that you can start happening to life instead of allowing life to happen to you. And whenever I say goodbye, it never means forever. It just means until our next meeting. So until I see you guys again on Saturday, goodbye for now. I love each and every one of you. Ciao.
Peace,
Au revoir.
everyone. Thanks, Mark.
Goodbye,
Thanks, y'all. Good
everyone.
night.
Thanks, Mark.